Good day, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. It's much appreciated. So it's a pretty cold day. I'm nice and warm in my BMA wool pants and anorak, but it's a good day to test out a diesel heater in the old ice hut. I just bought this ice hut this year. Haven't had a chance to use it yet because it's been such a weird year. Lots of rain, temperatures high, temperatures low. The ice has not been stable. It's a cold day now. Might be cold for a few days. So I'll be able to test this out pretty soon, but let's see how this new diesel heater from Vevor works in the ice hut. It's an application maybe you thought about doing, haven't done yet. I've used buddy heaters in the ice huts, things like that. They do work, but the problem with propane is when it gets really cold, it doesn't work so well, even in the buddy heaters. So let's check out the diesel heater warming up the ice hut. Alright, diesel heaters. What can I say about diesel heaters that hasn't been said before? They're really common. Overlanders are using them. People use them to heat up their trucks. People are using them to heat their garage. People use them to heat all kinds of things. They're very inexpensive to run. They're very easy to power. They run on 12 or 24 volt. And they're inexpensive to buy. This is a very basic unit from Vevor. It might interest a lot of you. It doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, but I think it's going to get the job done. I have one very similar to this that I've been running for several years now. Hasn't given me any problem. This doesn't run with an app, but it does have a remote. And the remote came paired from the factory, so that was nice to see. My previous heater, just like this, I couldn't get the remote to work. So this remote works. It came pre-paired from the factory. That's awesome. Now when you get this, you do have to install the fresh air intake. You have to install the exhaust. That's all you basically have to do. And there's one way to power this. 12 volt. I have this attached directly to my lithium iron phosphate battery from LiTime. I had to put a couple of ring connectors on the end. But the nice thing about this is it comes with a fuse. So a fused power source is really nice to see. 5 liters of fuel capacity. Easy to see how much fuel you have in here through the window. These things are very efficient to run. Fairly lightweight. It's not going to take up a whole lot of room in the back of your truck or in your sled, let's say, if you're bringing it out to the ice hut. Now, I've never used it in an ice hut, but we're going to see today how it works, how it raises the temperature inside of the ice hut. So it's going to be interesting. Let's get at it. The first time you use these diesel heaters, you really should prime that fuel line. You do that by holding this button down here for about 7 seconds, and it'll start ticking over quickly and filling up that fuel line. After the first time you use it, you won't have to do this every time, but it's a good idea to do it first. So let's give it a few minutes just to do its thing. Okay, I think the fuel pump is primed enough. We're going to start the heating process. It's going to heat up those glow plugs, or that glow plug, just a singular, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, there we go. Bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust. That usually happens when you prime the fuel line the first time. A little bit of extra fuel in that fuel line. That usually goes away. There is some heat coming out now. So let's get this heating duct into the ice hut. Remote is nice to have. You can turn this on from inside the ice hut, from inside your rooftop tent. We're going to keep this on high for the moment. Excellent. Let's move inside. This little shack has 2 doors, so I can run the heating duct in one door, use the other one to go inside. So less than 10 minutes in, it's continuing to get warmer and warmer in here. 17 degrees outside, 42 degrees inside. That's amazing. Things are getting quite warm, quite comfortable actually. So here's what that heating duct looks like coming inside. Super nice and warm. I did not think it would heat up the inside of this ice hut this quickly. Pretty impressive. Alright, it's actually getting quite nice and warm in here now. When we started this test, the inside of this hut was absolutely covered in ice. Now it's covered with droplets of water. So what I think we might do is let the test run for about an hour. We'll see how warm it gets in here. Let's see if it actually dries up some of these water droplets that are coating the entirety of this ice hut. It's 64 degrees in here right now, 17 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so pretty nice and cozy, 64 degrees. That's really nice. Let's leave it for 1 hour. We'll come back, see what the inside of this hut looks like, see what the temperature inside the ice hut is like. Gonna be interesting. All right, it's been about an hour. Let's check the inside of this hut out. Oh man, it's nice in here. Okay, what's going on inside the hut? Well, I'll tell you one thing, it is nice and warm in here. All the water droplets, not all, but most of the water droplets are completely gone. That warm air, the dry air from the diesel heater is just taking away all the ice. There's just a few droplets left up there. Temperature, it's 14 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 85 degrees inside here, 85 degrees inside here. That's crazy. If you're out on the ice fishing all day, you'd be really comfortable doing so. I mean, I'm really happy with this test. 85 degrees in here. Now that's on high. You really would only need it on medium to medium low to keep things comfortable in here. You could still leave your woolly on or leave your winter coat on, but definitely a nice thing to have out in the ice hut. So let's shut this diesel heater down and I'll give you my final thoughts. It's going to slowly ramp down. It's going to shut itself off. You got to let it go through its process for your best results. You can hear it's getting quieter. Awesome. So there you have it, the Vevor diesel heater in the old ice hut. You have to admit, 85 degrees is super toasty warm and comfortable. I mean, I definitely did not need this wool anorak in there. But I was running it on high, and I recently did a video running a different Vevor heater, but a similar one on high, and it ran for 8 hours and 5 minutes. So this is a 1.3 US gallon tank, or a 5-liter tank. Diesel fuel is about $5 a gallon, I guess. So an 8-hour runtime would cost you about $5 or maybe $6, depending where you live in the world. So that's pretty cheap heating. If you want to see me do a low temperature runtime on this, let me know in the comments down below. I could make that happen. I'll run this heater with a full tank of fuel for as long as it will run on low. We'll see how long we can make this thing go. So thanks for watching. I'm going to leave links to Vevor down below. I believe there's a discount code for you there as well. Check it out if you're interested in one of these. It's pretty low cost, not a lot of bells and whistles, but as you saw, it really got the job done today. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.